The big money is coming in on April 2nd, from April 2nd.
51 past the hour. Breaking this morning, President Trump announcing the U.S. will be levying a secondary tariff on Venezuela beginning on the 2nd of April. The president says, quote, any country.
Really an unprecedented announcement. I think the secondary and the secondary tariffs is a reference to secondary sanctions, which would be sanctions levied not exactly on a country or on a specific company or sector, but on those that do business with it. And so it seems as though in this Truth Social post, the president is threatening the entire trading relationship.
We've been ripped off by every country in the world, friend and foe. We were taken advantage of like nobody's ever seen. And you saw what happened today with Venezuela. We did something with Venezuela, which is long in the making, and it's very substantial. And we'll be announcing cars very shortly, and we already announced steel, as you know, and aluminum. We'll be announcing pharmaceuticals at some point in the not too distant, because we have to have pharmaceuticals. We don't make pharmaceuticals anymore in our country. And if we have problems like wars or anything else, we need steel, we need pharmaceuticals, we need aluminum, we need a lot of these things that we sort of don't make anymore, and yet we're equipped to do it all.
President Donald Trump said Monday that he will impose tariffs of 25% on any nation that purchases oil from Venezuela. Venezuela has been very hostile to the United States and the freedoms which we espouse. Therefore, any country that purchases oil and/or gas from Venezuela will be forced to pay a tariff of 25% to the United States on any trade they do with our country, Trump said in a post on Truth Social. Trump claimed without evidence Venezuela has purposefully and deceitfully sent criminals, including violent individuals and members of gangs like Tren de Aragua, to the United States. This news comes after reports that Trump is set to delay prior tariffs he announced, including charging 25% on imports of pharmaceuticals, cars, and lumber. Those tariffs were set to go into effect on April 2nd, the same day Trump said he'll announce a number of reciprocal tariffs on other nations, a day he refers to as Liberation Day. He pledged Monday to enact the 25% tariffs on countries purchasing oil from Venezuela on that same day. Trump later on Monday clarified the 25% tariff would be on top of any existing tariffs. Markets traded markedly higher on Monday and appeared unfazed by Trump's latest threats. Venezuela was one of the top foreign suppliers of oil to the United States last year, according to Commerce Department trade data. In total, the United States bought $5.6 billion of oil and gas from there in 2024. This came after the Biden administration briefly lifted sanctions on Venezuelan oil in 2023. But they were reinstated in April 2024 after the Biden administration accused the country's leader, Nicolas Maduro, of failing to hold free and fair elections. But Venezuelan oil continues to make its way into the United States even after sanctions were reinstated, due to a joint venture license Chevron was granted to pump oil there. That license was set to be revoked on April 3rd, however, after Trump met with Chevron CEO Mike Wirth and other oil executives last week. The Treasury Department announced on Monday it would be extended to May 27th. The initial revocation of the license was presented by the Trump administration in part as a form of punishment for Venezuela's unwillingness to accept deported migrants, who were accused of being part of the notorious Tren de Aragua gang. Venezuela has since reached an agreement to resume repatriation flights from the United States, receiving 200 deportees on Monday. Some relatives of deportees have told CNN that their family members were not involved in any criminal activity, and there's been very little evidence presented by the administration to dispel such claims.